Hello everybody, it's Lalaine, and if you're new to my channel, it's Lalaine, welcome. Today it's time for my April wrap-up. I read a total of 6 books, so let's go so I can show you and tell you what I read and what I thought about it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please feel free to do so. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you will know when I upload a new video. And if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get on to the books. So the first book that I read was Hippie by Paulo Coelho. If you know me, you know that he is my all-time favorite author. He's my favorite of all time. So when I saw this, I was super excited, but when I read it, bruh, I couldn't connect to the story. It was a nice story about love and traveling, but there wasn't anything inspiring in it to me. There wasn't anything that I could quote on for me, so I was just like, meh. So I gave this book a 2 out of 5 stars, and that to me hurts because he is my all-time. He is my OG. He is the real deal. So for me to be super excited about this and having such high expectations and then ramp wasn't it. Maybe it's the timing, I don't know, but right now, nope. 2 out of 5 stars. This story takes us on a journey with Paulo, and he meets this girl, Carla, and she is from Holland. Yay, Holland! Or how everybody wants to say it these days, the Netherlands. Representing. And they both go on a journey in this bus with other people that want to travel the world to Nepal. But yeah, you just have to read it for yourself and let me know what you think about it, because yeah, I couldn't connect. Sorry, Paulo, sorry. Then the next book that I read is also by Paulo Coelho, and it is Veronica Decides to Die. And I say that with a very happy face, even though it's such a hard thing to say and rough, but this book is amazing. This is what I talk about when I talk about Paulo Coelho. Like, oh my god, this is what I want. Something that I can take things out of, that I'm inspired by, that I just feel this click and I'm like, wait, and I'm just like shutting the book and I'm like, here, this is something that I need to think about. And I just think about it and I write about it, and then things fall into place and I give my own ideas to it and my own interpretations, and that is something that I love. If a book can just stir something inside of you and wake something up, or you know, wakes your thoughts up, or the idea that you had about a certain topic and then change your view about it, it was amazing. It was phenomenal, and such a beautiful message. Like, this can apply to a lot of people, especially the people that they call millennials these days. Like, this is amazing. This is an amazing story. In this book, we are taken on a journey with Veronica, and Veronica decides to die. She decides to take her own life, and you're like, what? This is happening at the beginning of the book, so you're gonna die and then what? We're gonna be taken on a journey to heaven? Is that even real? But that is not the case. Like the summary already says, it involves an institution for your mental health, and there are a lot of other people with different issues there, and Paulo Coelho infused his own story into this one. His own experiences are beautifully portrayed in this book. He just used another talent so that you wouldn't know that he was talking about himself, but I know that it's him. This book taught me a lot of things about my view on life, about living, the will to live, having your purpose, knowing your purpose, fighting for it, even if everybody in your surroundings is against it. Making people proud, or thinking that you have to make people proud, especially like pressure from your parents. Like, I think we all experience a certain amount of pressure, unless you're someone who doesn't give an actual I don't want to swear on my channel. Then you have no idea what I'm talking about, but if you do, you know what I'm talking about. I highly suggest it. This is not a sad book. It is a really beautiful book. One of my faves. This is, to me, a 5 out of 5 stars because it opens so many things up for me that I need to deal with right now, but it is so beautiful. The next book that I read was The Silent Patient, and it was in our top 10 of the thrillers, and I love thrillers, and I love to read in the store, even though it also confuses me because sometimes the book is like sold out or something and I'm like, I was reading that, give it back. But that's not how it works, so I'm not gonna do that anymore. And it is a story about a woman who is being accused of murdering her husband. She's also going into a mental institution, so it's like this theme I have right here, right now. And this psychiatrist, this man, I forgot his name because I'm really pissed at him. He takes it upon himself to heal her. Well, the first 200 pages was so slow. I was like, when is it gonna happen? Where is the action? Where is the drama? This is taking so long. And then all of a sudden it was like the author was like, oh wait, but I have this amazing plot twist. Like, you can imagine this is gonna be amazing. And then he's like that. You saw my trick? That was amazing, right? And then the book is done and I'm like, I was really like so angry, and everybody in the store, like my colleagues were like, are you still reading that shit? Are you still reading? Are you still reading like the plot? Yes, I have to give it to him. That was amazingly done. But because it was so slow and then all of a sudden so rushed, I couldn't connect to it. I was just like, what the, you could have done this so more beautifully than this shit. I'm like, where is your editor? Who do I need to speak to? Because this could have been amazing, but to me it's jack shit right now. So because of the plot, I give it a 3 out of 5 stars, but nah, it's not a woohoo, I really liked it. It's just I liked it because of the plot. But the rest, the beginning, like nah. But you have to read it for yourself. So the next book that I've read was The Diva by Michelle Visage. Give me face, give me face, you get the idea. I read this as an ebook on my phone while I was traveling and I absolutely loved it. I love Michelle Visage. Oh, she's just so gorgeous and such an amazing person to me from what I can see from RuPaul's Drag Race and her interviews. So just, I love that woman. So this is basically a book how to be a diva, and not like, oh my god, please give me all colored sorted M&Ms. I don't eat them out of one bucket. Not like that, but how to have more confidence, you know, how to follow your dreams, how to ask for help, how to network. It is a book full of amazing tips and tricks how to get your life together and be a fucking diva of your own life. Not towards anyone else, not to be a bitch, not to be arrogant, none of those things. And that's something that I absolutely loved about the book, because first I was skeptical. I was like, I don't want to be a diva, but I do want to read your work. And then I read it and I was just like, there were so many beautiful things in this book. So for me, it's a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's not a 5 stars because there were a lot of things in it that I already know or worked on, but for me, it just amazing. Go read it. How to be a diva. Then the next book that I read on script was The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. I already told you in one of my previous videos that I listened to The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter and I bought some books of her. I've never read any of her work, but this book was so good. It was really, really good. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It is a story about two sisters going through this really traumatic experience, and while they're going through this horrible thing, one has to stay behind and one has to run for their life. Their life is now destroyed. Their dad is this lawyer, well, not lawyer, he's an attorney, but in my head it's all the same, but it's not the same, but you get what he's an attorney. Their mom is being killed. That's not a spoiler, that is in the summary. And the perfect little bubbly family is now destroyed. 28 years later, one of the sisters, Charlie, is wrapped up in this horrible accident, and secrets are gonna come up to the surface. Things are being mentioned that should have stayed under the cover. It is amazingly done. One thing after the other is going to be resolved, is going to be told, and it's so well done. Even when I already thought, oh my god, this is a really good story, there was another thing that she brought into that was like, whoa, you know how to spice it up. And there was a moment where I cried my eyes out because it was so heartbreaking, and the narrator was so good. So props to the narrator, because I think a narrator can make or break a story, but this one was really, really good. So thank you. 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out of 5 stars. And the last book that I listened to on script, or that I read, was On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. On the come up, on the come up, on the come up, on the come up. This audiobook was so good. It was so well done because the narrator is also rapping along. It's just, oh my god, it was so cool. But to me, there could have been more of that, but I get it for the story. On the Come Up is a story about Bree, who lives also in the garden, so she's not like, you know, the neighbor of Star, but she's living in the same neighborhood. And Bree is the daughter of a rap legend who was killed when she was a little girl. Bree aspires to be bigger than her father and is trying to pursue her dreams, but the circumstances at her home are not that great. Her mom is losing her job, they have to live bill by bill. Her brother is trying to pitch in, but that is also not enough, which to me is super weird. Like, I get it because my sister, like, this is a side note, like, my sister is living in the United States, and what she pays for a room is double what I pay for my small apartment. But it's an apartment and I have a big ass garden and I have a shed. So when I hear this, like, if 2 people have a job and they still can pay the bills that need to be paid, I'm like, what? If you work at McDonald's here like full time, you can have your home, you can have your electricity, you can have everything. You just have to know where to live. But you can like live next to Amsterdam and still gain that life. Like, to me, it's so surreal that certain parts have this like, yeah, that person has to work 2 or 3 jobs to be able to pay the bills. And I'm like, whoa, how high are your bills? Like, what is your rent? But of course, it had to add to the story. But anyways, just like the hate you give, this was an amazing story. To me, the ending felt a bit rushed. It felt like, I need to wrap this up. Pum. It was a good ending. It was satisfying, but to me, she could have taken more time because she took the time with the rest of the story, and it was so good developed and well developed that I was really enjoying it. So for me to listen to the ending, I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, it's done now? No. So for me, a 4.5 out of 5 stars because of the ending, because bruh, you could have done that better. So these were the books that I listened to or read in April. Please let me know if you've read any of these books or what books you finished in April. So this was my video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next. Ciao.